people don't know that the way that shows get made are a bunch of people in a room throwing ideas onto the floor. That's actually how it's made. No one person does it, not us, not the director, not the choreographer. It is not a moment of, well, that one genius came in and just did it. It's a bunch of people sitting around in a round table discussion going, throw that in. Does that work? That doesn't work? Take it out. What do you think? Throw it in. It don't work? Take it out. That's how it gets done. And even as artists, I think that's surprising too, because you can sort of expect for the adult to come in the room. And there are no adults. We are the adults in the room. So we're like, oh, so we should probably make some decisions here. I think that not something that really got thrown out, but something that felt important to me inside of this process was telling this story from an African American perspective. That felt important to me. I think that telling it from, a gay black man's perspective was important to me. And that was at the heart of the show, because for me, so long being an actor, I never saw myself on stage or screen. Look around. Who is the out gay black actor on television? Name him. I'm curious. There are several white ones. There are several white Broadway stars who make careers out of being out white men. Name the black one. It's real. Billy Porter
There's
is.
a Hispanic one, a Huck from Scandal.
But he's out in life, right? But I think that you're right, and I remember seeing.
Gay bar, so.
God bless him. He's out, and he is out in life, but I also meant on screen too, and I think that it's a missing component, not only in the entertainment industry, but in our culture. We're not talking about that story, and being black and coming from, a culture where you don't discuss homosexuality in the black culture. You don't discuss it in the black church. It is like taboo. And so it felt really important that we try to create a new version of a leading man, and not just a leading man, but an everyman. I don't think that the show is all about me, but I do think that the show wants to come out of this perspective, because even inside of aid work, I've been in Uganda for 8 years, and I've only encountered one other African-American volunteer, and we brought her. So we wanted that to be really, really prominent inside of the storytelling, because it's a new voice to the theater. We hope it's a new a chance for an other audience to come into the theater. The show is so different when there are black people in the house. We notice as a cast, we're like, oh, there are black people here. We know because different jokes land, things land differently. They're catching different nuances, especially young black people. When they come to the theater, they're usually not seeing themselves in The Music Man and The Sound of Music. And we're not seeing our lives up there, so we're translating The Sound of Music to make it fit us. But we're rarely seeing stories that are about us with complex characters that are imperfect and
that aren't wearing dresses, that aren't cartoons, and that aren't jungle animals.
It's really, really, it felt really important for us to get that out. And I think also to wrap the creative team around, no, this is the vision. It has to go like this, because my hope is that other kids like me when I was 17, or even adults, will come to the theater and see me and think, that's my story in front of me. I don't have to translate it. That's my story. And I hope that it spans the color lines and gender lines and race and culture.